Great question. It's kind of like asking, like, I want to get into shape, where should I start? It's like, I can give you a long list. It doesn't really matter where you start, just start. We already talked about great leaders or students of leadership. You know, how's your journey? You know, do you watch the talks, read the books, all the things like that? Who's your leadership buddy? Somebody who sort of is willing to call you out when something goes a little bit awry or they disagree. How'd I do today? Was that okay? You know, to have an objective outsider, having a leadership buddy is really important, or a group of folks that you talk to on a regular basis about it. That's huge. I have a group of people that I talk to on a regular basis where we just call each other and talk about this stuff, or tell each other things that go right and things that go wrong. The stuff that I've learned just from them telling me stuff, huge. Empathy, practicing that empathy muscle is a big one, right? I said it multiple times before, which is trying very, very hard to replace judgment with curiosity. Catching yourself where you're immediately like, they're an idiot, they screwed up, they got it wrong, right? To, I wonder what else is going on, or I wonder what happened, or let me go on a fact-finding mission before I come to a conclusion, right? Those are things that are, they're simple, but they're hard, but you can do it tomorrow. The other big one is checking in with your folks. Like having one-on-ones and just being like, how are you? Like, tell me what's going on. Like, what's going on in your life? You know, and I know especially in a paramilitary organization, machismo, guns, you know, all of this kind of stuff, but to have conversations that are a little bit raw, a little bit vulnerable, you know, like, people have challenges in their lives. They've got kids who are struggling. They've got kids who are struggling through COVID. They've got family who's sick. Like, all of this stuff comes to work, you know? And having safe spaces and just checking in with people. One of the best chiefs that I know, every year he does a listening tour of his whole organization. You could just do it for your team. Where he has hour-long one-on-one conversations just to listen, not solve anything. What can, you know, how's it going? How's the job? What can we do better? And he just listens. And it's this hugely cathartic experience, but he gets tremendous amounts of learning about what he can do better and what the organization can do better, and just knowing his people, like the names of their spouses, the name of their kids, things like that make people feel seen and heard. You could do that tomorrow.